Find comfort in the fact that you are not alone. One foot at a time, stay on up on your own. So light up to live your best life. Light up to face another fight.
You're listening to WePQ Radio. Currently playing Piano Waver. Light up.
Light up your path, can you see it? Light up your future, cause you need it. Light up to live. Light up to live. Sometimes you gotta stand back up.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Trucker.
Doctors, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
For a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Trucker.
There it is. There it is. Good evening. Good evening. This is Andrea Eichmann, and I am here with the People's Patriot Project. We are here tonight bringing you our weekly show / podcast called We Got Your 6 at 6. Every single week we are here. almost every single time we bring you a guest, and a lot of times we bring in an artist or a new artist, and then we share all the good things and sometimes the not so good things that happen in our world. This week, we have two amazing guests, and I say that even though Justin's on the other side of the river, but the Packers lost today. Anyway, sorry about that. So we've got Justine Hesse here tonight, and we've got Jovon Newman, and it is going to be amazing visiting with these guys. We've talked for maybe 5 minutes, and I'm super excited to hear about this. We are still going on with our remembrances of former President Jimmy Carter. So please keep him and his family in your thoughts, and all the positive vibes going out to that. Our sponsors for tonight's show, and I'm seeing you, Derek. Thanks for being here tonight. We have Catch 22 with Derek Iozio, Operation Texas Strong with the Krutzingers, the Boho Hobos Hideaway with Lauren Iozio, and Kim McGuinner, who may be popping in at some point tonight. Brian Kinzer also is usually with us and usually gets, called out on emergency while we're here. But he shares with us his business, Smart Living Today. He will be more than willing to discuss with you getting on the right side of your health, supporting American families, jobs, and the economy, and supporting the WeP3 mission, all in one little conversation. I've had that conversation. I love the products. I love shopping, and I love knowing it's all made right here in the USA. I think everything except the mascara. One little thing. Anyway, also we have Jeremy Daniels. Thanks for being here. Dylan Petrie, I saw you, and thanks for being here, bud. We are live on Sunday evenings at 1800 every single week on social media. If you missed that, you can also hear us on Reads Across America Radio, Sunday evenings at 10 p.m. Central. You can find Reads Across America Radio on the iHeart app, the Odyssey app, the TuneIn app. Just search the word Wreath, and you'll find us. I also have a link in case you don't like to go searching. We have a little link for this as well. Amanda, good to see you tonight. I just want to say welcome. Welcome to everybody. Thank you to everybody for supporting us and for hanging out with us, coming to see our guests, because that's what's important when we're here on Sunday evenings. Before we get started tonight, I would like you to take off your hat, stand if you can, cover your heart, and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Boom, Patriot Pride. Here we go. Let's roll. Let's get her done. We're here. It is January 5th. Happy freaking New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we'll even give Justin, Andrea threw him under the bus, but I can tell you right now, he's wearing his Minnesota Viking stuff underneath the table. And it's in his heart now. At some point, we might pull a Band-Aid off tonight. I'm going to let you know. And I'm going to share this real quick. I stopped watching the Vikings roughly 5 years ago. There was a reason. There was a purpose. I'm going to let you know I might be back on the boat. And you know what? Wounds do heal. I'm telling you right now, wounds do heal. Time fixes stuff. Those who don't know and have heard the story, I actually worked for the Minnesota Vikings from roughly 1991 to 1996. I was a Green Bay Packer fan then.
I know, right?
Inside you pulled that off.
I actually wore a Packer T-shirt underneath my suit as I worked, and then I became really super good friends with Randall Cunningham, and me and him, we broke bread, and they were really good back then. They were really good at that. And then there was the kick.
But Gary Anderson,
kick heard around the world, not heard around the world.
I'm a 6-year-old. I'm sitting there in front of the TV. I see my dad cussing. Like I almost like crying. I don't know what happened. Everyone's upset and mad. I'm like, oh, that's not good.
That was
Poor
my
guy.
first year. My first year that I had moved from Minnesota back out to Wyoming, and I'm sitting there just wearing everything purple, and life was good. And doink doink.
Because you left. If you wouldn't have left, Gary would have made that kick. And
You know what? You might be right. I will carry that weight. No, I won't. Jovon, who you follow, brother?
I am an Eagles fan.
Okay, Eagles, Philadelphia. You're out there in Delaware.
We did pretty good today. I'm not upset.
I was expecting to hear New England, to be honest with you.
No.
All right. So
respect
you're an NFC guy.
I'm sorry?
You're an NFC guy.
Yeah. I'm honestly just Eagles through and through. Eagles through and through. That's what it is. I'm originally from Philadelphia, so when I moved to Delaware, I took
quick question: would you have wanted Saquon to play and break the record?
Honestly, yeah. You know what? Honestly, yes. I mean, I know the Super Bowl is the end goal. I get it, but it would have been nice for him to have been able to break that record. Like,
I see on the cake against his former team, like that would have been just
that's what I'm talking about. That would have been epic, but it's okay. It is what it is.
Well, we have an amazing show lined up for tonight. I'm telling you, folks, we've been following Mr. Jovon Newman. He is a musician out of Delaware. I'm saying it's Delaware, right?
Yep.
The Jovon Newman Band. Do you ever use the Farrell? I want to make sure I'm using.
That's just for government. I mean,
okay, just for government.
Work is Sergeant Pharrell Newman, but outside is Newman.
Fair enough. And then we've got police officer Justine. Now, say your last name for me just to make sure I get it right.
Yeah, he's silent. There's a Hesse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Hesse. Yeah,
that gets scary. I should have had those conversations before we started the show, but there was a lot of stuff going on. We're good.
It's all good.
So we got veteran representation, or not? We got service representation tonight. What was your service, Jovon?
Air Force. I'm still in.
Still in, doing it. I love it. And then we've got a PD. And then we've got also Captain Brian Kenzer in the house. Andrea was making fun of you, Kenzer, just so you know.
And I'm still in the Army National Guard, too. I'm in Minnesota Military Police.
There it is.
So nice.
So
Kenzer, Andrea's making fun of the Green Bay Packers.
It's going to be fun. Be friends.
Kenzer's from Green Bay or from Wisconsin, so he'll have to live with that. We'll get over it.
She's always made fun of me, so I'm used to it.
Okay, fair enough. We all have to get used to it. It's just kind of how she rolls, man. It's this as amazing as she is, she's got a mean spirit, and that's you have to handle it.
Don't talk like I'm not actually here.
Sorry.
I'm not mean.
Were you away putting on your purple?
No, I had the wrong cord for my computer. It was dying, and it was the wrong cord.
So crazy.
And that's not true. She does not have a mean spirit.
Yeah, right? Thank you,
mean
Ryan.
bone in her body. You'd have to dissect her pretty deep to find a mean bone there.
There might be
you're right.
From a long time ago.
This day is actually a bigger day for me than any of the recent holidays we just had because of what's happening in the NFC. I have, like I said, pushed that off the side. Wins helps heal some wounds, and so I've kind of jumped back on the boat a little bit. This is the first time in the history of the NFL two teams have come at this point with the combined amount of wins to play a game.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is the loser ends up being the 5th seed of the wild card with a 17-3 record. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
I know, Mark, you're good at math. Explain to me how that works.
Right?
I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to look it up.
You have no, I was going to give me this. I have no idea. No idea. I'm a social studies teacher, not a math teacher. So that's the way I work. So.
All right. Well, I can tell you with all sincerity that I really have not ever been a Minnesota fan, but I'm rooting for you. just because I have people. I have people.
I
Right?
appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
That's a big step for a
Yeah.
Packer fan to say something like that.
Well, especially
You're probably still hurt that we brought Brett Favre over.
They're playing Javon's Eagles this week too, you know. So
Yeah. You know, so I didn't follow the Vikings. I followed Randy Moss when that was a thing. Yeah. So
Yeah. Who didn't? Man, that guy was something else.
he's phenomenal. But Jefferson? He's the next one. He's already there. So
he might get there, and he plays on another level. You know, bless Randy Moss and his heart and what he's going through right now and stuff. I don't know if I want to call it character. I don't know. Jefferson just plays in a different level. I mean, he's not the. Let's face it, Randy Moss was a showboat. He wanted attention, but that was also part of his game, and it was a distraction for other players and other teams. So, you know what? You do what you got to do to win, right? And if you can catch the ball while you're doing it, then you're doing your job. So, wow. I didn't want this to be an NFL highlight reel. It is what it is. Jovon, tell us about your service. Tell us who you are, and tell us what you're getting done with your mission in music.
Yeah, so to be more specific, so I am in the Air Force, but just like Justin, I'm in the Air National Guard, so not active duty or reserve. I'm in the Air National Guard. I'm kind of opposite of Justin. So Air National Guard, I was a firefighter for the Air National Guard. Right now I'm on a recruiting tour, so I'm a recruiter full time. Outside of doing my services, I write music. I have a band where we're trying to put together something makes a little bit of noise in here in Delaware. My idea is to get to the point where I can do music full time and support my family off of it, and then keep the guard for the 1 week in a month. Because right now I'm AGR, so it's full time. But if I could do 1 week in a month and then do music full time, that would be great. I really don't want to hang up my hat. I love wearing a uniform. I love everything about everything it stands for. Been in for about 10 years now. So I'm at that point where it's like, you're already there. You might as well just keep going. As far as what I've done this year, it's been, like I said earlier, Mark, it's just been like a roller coaster ride. It's been some highs and lows, but it's just been all worth it at the end of the day.
I love it. Just pretty much this is the format of the show. We'll ask you the same questions. Tell us about your service. Tell us about your mission, and tell us a little bit about you, brother.
Yeah, so Army National Guard, military police, 12 years in, staff sergeant right now. Did one tour to Guantanamo Bay, worked in the detention camps, and so full time. My mission is to help cop dads, improve their physical, mental, emotional resilience. So that way, whether it's weight loss, get stronger. But I think most importantly with my mission is that cops go into their profession with such an honorable commitment, wanting to help their communities, catch bad guys. But it's because of the nature of the job, it just changes them completely. And my mission is that they can live a fulfilling family life, personal life, health and fitness life, live long after retirement, even with the job. So I've been doing Blue Line Fitness for 3.5 years. Jovon, man, to do it your part-time, military full-time. I was a full-time cop for 7 years, and now I made the switch. I've been blessed to help the students I have to where now it's my full-time thing. And I'm still a part-time cop. I'm a 4 seasons deputy water patrol. So I'm on the Mississippi River. You create a wake in a no wake zone. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'll get you. But it's a fun part-time job. So
you probably had to deal with Eichmann on an occasion.
Had to do with who?
No, I'm a great scout for those freaking wakes in the no wake. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, no, it's a fun part-time job. So then, I get to coach full-time, do my 1 week in a month. been married for 4 years, have a crazy 2-year-old toddler, for those who have the kids, like got the crazy toddler stage right now going. So yeah, fun stuff.
Outstanding. Mr. Kinzer, did you want to drop any of your notes tonight?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. You probably all heard before. My company is Smart Living Today, and we focus on getting on the right side of your health. That's first part. If you ever get on an airplane, they tell you about the air mask. They drop down, put your own on first before you help anybody else. Well, it's the same thing with your health. You're helping other people, which I think we're all here to help other people. You got to make sure your own health is in line right first. So check out our stuff, Smart Living Today. We can help you out. We can show you the right path, and we also help the People's Patriot Project at the same time. So I'm sure Andrea will put some information up there in the link in the chat link about it. Just come check me out and have a chat with me. I'll let you know what it's all about. And I don't know why I'm kind of blurry here in the screen. I apologize. And I tried to find a place in this house with a ceiling fan, but had a hard time with that. So I apologize for the ceiling fan in the background too. It's a little annoying.
It's all good, brother. We appreciate you.
And I apologize for my tardiness. I'm traveling, so I had a little hard time getting connected and getting in.
And Mr. Kinzer is sporting "Show Us Your We" in the constitutional print there.
Absolutely.
Show us your we, and then it wraps around and says "the people," because it's we the people that are going to get the job done. And
that's right.
It is on the back of the men and women who have served our country. And so, yeah.
I'm taking the People's Patriot Project international. I'm in Honduras right now. So,
oh my goodness,
walking down the street today, we went to the Packer bar and watched the Packer game, and I was wearing this shirt. So I'm, happy to tell anybody that's willing to ask or listen what it's all about.
There's a Packer bar in Honduras.
Absolutely.
There's a Packer bar everywhere you go.
Called Gingers. Called Gingers.
Okay.
Says it all, right?
I didn't even know that anyone knew who the Packers were outside of the state to our east, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest fights I got in. I think I was down in Cancun in watching the Vikings play, but then the Packers played, and then they showed up in their Packer gear, and I was like, what are you doing? This is a Viking bar.
Jovon. Oh, wait. I got to stop. I've totally forgot one segment, so it's on me. What segment? Share with us what's in the news.
Oh, the news. All right. Got you. So thank you, Jonathan, for preparing the news for us tonight. January, we're here at this new month. January is National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. So during the National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month, emphasis is placed on creating awareness about human trafficking and the great human rights violation that it is. Spread awareness throughout January about the global crisis so people can contribute in any way to rescuing the victims, catching and prosecuting the perpetrators, and improving the lives of the survivors. At least 4.8 million people are trafficked worldwide for sexual exploitation. 4.1 million people are trafficked for forced labor each year. Women and girls are the victims 70% of the time. 1 million children are trafficked every year for sexual exploitation. Human trafficking earns a global profit of roughly $150 billion each year. It's ugliness, pure ugliness. So we have a whole month. We're 5 days in. We've got a whole month to make sure. I do want to throw a name out because we had a guest, Johnny Ruthless, was a guest, and so they're out and about fighting, like boots on the ground, searching, fighting, rescuing the children, and they have a clothing line, Ruthless Clothing, that if you don't know how to help any other way, take a look at the clothing. It's pretty cool clothing. It's made in the USA clothing, and they will then use any proceeds to continue their mission. So keep them in mind. And then January 9th is National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. If you have a police officer as a friend or family member, National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day is on January 9th, and that is the perfect time to show officers we understand how difficult their job is. So it's important to show officers how much we understand their difficult work and appreciate the sacrifice and the risk they take daily. There are approximately 1.3 Leos in the U.S. What, 1.3? Oh my gosh, he doesn't have the number. Million. 1.3 million? Oh my gosh. And tell me how many. 1.3. With an estimated 240 million calls to 911 each year, it's safe to say these individuals are stretched thin. And when you think Leo, I mean, our resource officer at the school, we have one. And our school population is probably 4,000 to 5,000. And one would have been more than enough 10 years ago. And it's not anymore. Georgianne is amazing. But we went to the school board and we invited the city in because they're city employees. And Georgianne shared what a day is like for her. And we got a second one, no questions asked this year. So that's huge. I mean, if people just understand, I mean, and she's like a teacher, like us, loves the kids too. And she's got this amazing rapport with, I see her at the bus every day. But the crap that goes along with it is just, man, she's young. Thank goodness she's young, because this would wear anybody out in a quick hurry. So I can't say thank you enough to all of our law enforcement officers. Thank you so much.
Those are two subject matters that I could get on and talk. We could do our own special show on it. First of all, the United States, sorry. We talk about this every once in a while, and there's actually some stuff going on right now, currently in our news, where there's a couple blemishes on our faces when it comes to service members and what's happening. And in our something's not right, something's not adding up, and it is what it is. I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to jump on board on some of the stuff. I'm going to wait for the truth to hopefully come out, and that's my hopes. But shame on you, United States, and the fact that we are the number one consumer in the world for children trafficking. Shame on you. I don't have the solution other than get up off the couch and do something, be part of something, and stop this heinousy. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's unfortunate. It's the foulest thing I've ever experienced and had the conversation with, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got to be the people. We got to be the tip of the spear. We got to get people to the beacon. As soon as people see what the mission is, there's no destination in the mission. It's going to be a constant ride of just making sure we're taking care of people. So anyway, back in the day when I played the game of football, there was no way, and I played at all levels, there was no way I would conduct an interview within 30 minutes to an hour of the game. Just my mindset was about the game. There was a focus. I just watched Justin Jefferson walk around the football field with one of the analysts having a pregame interview with them. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. I can't believe that they pull the coaches from the sidelines now and do interviews on the side. And I'm like, that is ridiculous. But it's written in their contracts. That's their jobs. I think maybe I would have just been the nasty guy and people would have just left me alone. Kind of how I played anyway. So
let's don't interview Peterson.
Yeah.
He's
yeah. Well, you really don't see him pulling any linemen over and saying, "Hey, what do you think about that game?" You know?
Yeah. Why are you assuming I was a lineman? What's that all about?
Even though you look like a quarterback, I don't know.
Well, you don't see him pulling the receivers either. I just assumed you weren't a receiver, but
I had this pregame ritual. And again, I stayed by myself. People left me alone. And the cheerleaders for our college football team would do the tunnel out of the end zone. And they knew when they called my name for introductions, they would all take 3 steps back because I would just run right down the tunnel. And I'm not doing high fives. I'm not doing nothing. I'm focused. But they all took 3 steps back just to give me my space. And it's not like I beat anyone up or anything like that. But that was my space. That was my time. That's how I prepared. That's what I did. So
maybe were you stinky too? Maybe
you
were
stinky.
like clear it out a little bit. Just give them,
None of that. I took a pregame shower, so that was no stinky at that time. But.
Oh man!
All right,
Jovon, let's get into some of your music, brother. What you got 3 songs for us tonight?
Yes, sir.
Which one you want to roll with first?
Let's do Certified.
Certified. You got a lead in for that?
Yeah. So Certified was actually it's funny. So I wrote this song for my wife. A couple years ago, she surprised me with a trip down to Nashville. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how she actually surprised me because we actually shared a bank account, but I guess I just wasn't looking when she bought the tickets. And I looked up. She's like, "Hey, we're going to Nashville. We'll get down there." And it was my first time down there. Just kind of fell in love with the city. And she told me that she was like, "Hey, listen, I really believe in you. I think the best way for you to, take on this ride is to kind of see it, in person." And so just kind of to pay her back, I wrote this song, and it was supposed to just be for me and her, but I ended up putting it out, and it ended up winning Best Country Song of the Year for 2022 back here in Delaware for Delaware Public Media. So yeah, we could start with Certified.
Absolutely. This is the Jovon Newman Band, Certified.
Chicken 1013, it's Rooster in the Coop, and brand new music now from Jovon Newman. This is called Certified. Check it out.
Gotta get dialed up just to dial me up. I'll take you either way. And when you're singing off key when I'm driving my truck, so what? It's okay, it's okay. Cause all I need in this life we in is you and me to the very end. Yeah, without you, my life's a sin. So girl, let's go get it in. I'm tryna hit the back road, puffing out black smoke, lift it up, blowing stop signs for you. I'm tryna rid the street up, rolling with your feet up, free love, shooting bullets at the moon. Where you wanna go? Cause we can take it slow all night. You're the one I'm finna spend my life with, my certified, my ride or die, certified, you're certified. Certified, ride or die chick. So hit me up if you want me, baby. You know I'm waiting for you. You know I can't get enough. You know I'm ready. Girl, I'm finna come through. I'm tryna hit the back road, now black road, yeah. Blowing stop signs for you. I'm tryna hit the street up, rolling with your feet up, free love, shooting bullets at the moon. Where you wanna go? Cause we can take it slow all night. You're the one I'm finna spend my life with, my certified, my ride or die chick. I'm talking back road, black smoke, blowing stop signs for you. Street up, feet up. I'm tryna hit the back road, pumping out black smoke, lift it up, blowing stop signs for you. I'm tryna rid the street up, rolling with your feet up, free love, shooting bullets at the moon. Where you wanna go? Cause we can take it slow all night. You're the one I'm finna spend my life with, my certified, my ride or die, certified, you're certified, you're certified, ride or die chick, certified, you're certified, you're certified, ride or
That is the Jovon Newman band with Certified.
Thank you. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen that video in a while. I was just like, whoa.
It looked like you were trying to like interview for like the Yellowstone Cowboy Crew with that little barn scene coming up and stuff. But
yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but that was when I remember watching the video. Kind of took me back to the day we shot it. It was like in the middle of a heat wave, and like my shirt throughout the video just got progressively wet because
I saw people taking 3 steps back, and they were giving you a little space.
They were definitely giving we started the video. It was a bunch of us there. It was just me at the end of the video, like. But no, it was one of those days.
I'm mesmerized by your sound, brother, and I talked to you a little bit pre-show, and it's like we don't have this sound in our catalog. You're the first, and we have a little over 200 musicians. And just so people know, Jovon is already up on WP3 Radio, and we'll continue to promote and push and get his stuff out there. You're calling this country?
I call it. I kind of call it like country pop. I really wouldn't call it country. Like
okay.
It's not traditional country. Let's put it that way. But it's that I see it's forms of it. But because I guess what I'm trying to say is like there's not really a genre called this, but if I could create the genre, I would call it cross country. If that makes sense.
Oh, that's good.
Like it's just like a blend of just different influences and. Because here's when I think of country, it's not necessarily like how you grow up. It's like it's doing the right thing, working hard, telling the story, putting God first. Like it's just so much more with country music that it's like I don't have to talk about all the time. I don't have to talk about like back roads and stuff like that, But
sure.
So I call it cross country.
Fair enough, man. This is your craft. You call it whatever you want to call it, man. I am absolutely astounded by what country music is doing these days, and the artists that are coming out, and even how our world has kind of embraced, the Jelly Roll, the Post Malone, the Shabuzi. I mean, I'm a super fan of Shabuzi, and it's just like, where did you come from, man? And just their hearts, their passion, and again, when you get in the music world, everyone is passionate about what they're doing. But I can see it in you. I can see it in your music. I can see it in your video. I'm excited to see where you go, brother.
Thanks, man.
Good work. We're excited. And just so you go, we never really released this disclaimer in our conversations, but when the videos are up and stuff, you guys don't get to see, but we get to see everyone's live camera. We've had some people use the restroom during the show. We've had some people, picking for the gold and it is what it is. We never put people's stuff out there. Justin's got some moves, brother. You should have seen this guy.
Yeah,
he was in your song. He was.
You just gotta let the music flow, and he was
into it.
Thanks,
brother. I'm not all about. Blue line. Blowing stop signs. Like let's just slow roll. I thought it'd be a funny little joke, but no, man, it was.
I like
good, and I like the pop country stuff, and I was just kind of letting it flow. So I just kind of took 3 minutes and just go side to side. So yeah.
Thanks, man.
Tell us about Blue Line Fitness.
Well, so I guess to kind of understand it is like how it all started, where, I was full-time copping, part-time trainer. And we all know, that's something with law enforcement, it can be challenges with our physical, mental, emotional health. But for police officers, you have to do most agencies that have an annual use of force training. And that one year, it was January 2020. And our peer support training officer shared the statistics from 2019 that they're about, I'm paraphrasing, they're about 145 line of duty deaths talking about shootings, vehicle pursuits, hit roadside. Up to that point, there were over 228 reported suicides. And reported because, like, depending upon where the jurisdiction is, whether it's the life insurance, certain jurisdiction where, like, you know, it's very religious based. So that if you commit suicide, you don't go to heaven. So like they say, natural causes. So I thought to myself, we train for those 145 line of duty deaths. But yeah, I'm twice as likely to eat my own gun. So I thought to myself that okay, that's eye-opening. And then, of course, 4 months later, Minnesota cop, Minnesota National Guard, military police, George Floyd happens. My jurisdiction's like 60 minutes from Minneapolis, but I was state activated to go there. And what transpired afterwards, like, I mean, everyone knows, like, the police officer was the butt of everything, became a huge political topic, police reform, BLM. We don't need to go into it, but like the physical, mental, emotional toll just got more. I'm a health and fitness coach. I went from 5 to 6 workouts a week to like 5 to 6 workouts like every other week. And I kind of went through the motions. I would have when I went to the gas station food, so Minnesota, Wisconsin, the quick trips, you know, I would make sure I'd get like the turkey deli sandwich, right? And like apples, carrots, right? I hit more of the hot ovens of cheeseburgers and pizzas and that stuff during that time. I had like, everyone has those Yeti tumblers. That was 20 ounces. I would have like Jameson ginger, a double, like once, like every other week. I was drinking 2 or 3 after just getting home from shift. So for me as a personal trainer, telling other people about their health and fitness, and yet because of the job, like I was also suffering some of the physical, mental, emotional toll. And for the longest time, I thought I was going to own a brick and mortar gym, just a fancy word for like a local gym. I grew up more functional movement, so barbell lifting. I'm not CrossFit, but you know, I did a lot more with kettlebells. I do a lot of kettlebells to this day. And I thought to myself, well, if I don't help cops with their mental, emotional, physical fitness, then who? Then, of course, I found the abundance with online training, where maybe like 5 years ago, or heck, even like say 10 years ago, it'd be like maybe very challenging, but like I saw the abundance of online coaching. So I'm like, I started Blue Line Fitness. I had the courage to step away from a full-time financial secured cop job, because you love the brothers and sisters in the blue, but sometimes for the things of the job, like I'm passionate for the career, but not me doing it. It's just like some people they're very supportive of the military, but they just don't sign up for it. You can be that way. So I want to do that. So I opened up Blue Line Fitness May 2021. I went from full-time cop to part-time cop. And, you know, 3.5 years later, I'm still on my feet. I'm helping about 20, 25 first responder law enforcement officers, and a lot of local Minnesota, but I've had students from Washington, D.C., Texas, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, like just all over the place. And for me, you know, my mission is to help the dad to where that he gets off the recliner when he's just sucked out the energy right out of him, where he's playing tug of war with his duty belt, or he's wearing a larger uniform than his rookie one. Someone who wants to have the spark back in their marriage, wants to play with their kids and not huff and puff, or have that officer presence knowing like, hey, I'm going to go home safe tonight, no matter what suspect comes in my way. So that's how kind of Blue Line Fitness all started there, Mark.
I love it. I love it. First of all, I appreciate you being
Thanks for
here,
saying that.
and I appreciate your story and the fact that sometimes our stories kind of shares a darkness to our past, and there's no method or answer to it. I revealed some stuff right before we got onto the show that could be controversial. It's not. It's an innocence. It's the reason why I chose not to watch the Minnesota Vikings.
Yep.
We'll call the trauma to me, and then I'm the first one to deny trauma in my life. Worked as a combat lifesaver, worked in all those spaces as EMS as well, and I have a gift. I'm going to call it a gift. That doesn't mean I don't visit my moments, but my gift is being able to compartmentalize those pieces and spaces and things that aren't pretty. During the events of the social unrest here in the state of Minnesota, Andrea and myself got the amazing gift of being able to take sustenance down to our service members that were deployed during that time. And we faced some like emotional traumas during that time, and the fact that people were attacking us for taking care of those that were serving because we weren't helping the community. And I go, no, we didn't publicly announce we were helping the community. We still took a semi-truck full of ragu spaghetti sauce because everyone that came to our trailers and donated stuff, we didn't have a need for diapers. We didn't have a need for, ramen noodles because our service members couldn't use ramen noodles on the floor or on the ground or where they're at. So we donated that to the community down there, but we didn't advertise that because that's not our mission. And it's really sucky when you're in the middle of serving a community, serving your country, and then you get questioned. And I'm like, so we a lot of times talk about on our show, well, what are you doing? And again, the name of the People's Patriot Project actually starts with we the people, the People's Patriot Project, because it has to be the foundation of the people. That's how this country started. We're 250 years, guys. That's 3 100-year-old people away from starting this country. And we didn't start it right. There were some things that needed to be fixed along the way. And there's still stuff that needs to be fixed, but we're getting there. But to wrap up that whole thing, thank you for being here, Justin. Thank you for sharing your story, as tough and as hard as it is. And I appreciate the fact that you realized you could be a catalyst for change in a dark situation. And we need more people to do that. I play college football with one of the Precinct 3 guys that no longer is in he's no longer doing it because of the stuff they went through. And I don't blame him, but I also know that we have to have someone there for him to say, hey, brother, how you doing this week? How are you doing? And so that's our segue, and I missed it at the beginning of the show because we always had it at the end of the show. But here's our call to action. Everyone has a device. Yes, we don't jokingly do it. We have people come on and say, well, I do 22 push-ups to bring recognition. And we have some people come on and say, push-ups don't do anything. Shut up. Let them do their damn push-ups. That's what their mission is. Let them do their mission. What are you doing? We have people that want to go on a ruck march and they go ruck for however. Hey, whatever, man. Do your thing. If you want to get on and do a 30-second video every day to share about supporting those that have served us, do that. Do something. Find something. What I do know is on our device, if you type in on your text thread, hey, I was just thinking about you. Cut and paste that. Send it to 6 of your buddies. I promise you, this does. It creates that conversation. If you wanted to promote the People's Patriot Project while we're doing that, and we got your 6 at 6, that's great. Not asking you to do that. We're asking you to start a conversation. Start a conversation, and most of our listeners and viewers are veterans and first responders. So, again, reach out to the people, bring them in. 6 people, we call it a 6-pack. We do ask you to do one for that really hard conversation. That one, someone got sideways in your life. I can tell you who mine is. And we've shared this story 100 times. My best man at my wedding, he would, vice versa. I was his best man in his wedding. He would have been my best man, but he was out on a nuke out in the middle of the ocean during his sea. So he was there in heart. We lost him. We lost him because of alcoholism. And I don't carry that, but if I'd have sent a few more messages, who knows what would have happened. And I'm not new to what, who woulda, woulda, coulda, any of that stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, I know we have people come back and tell us, hey, thank you for reaching out. Thank you for doing this. Get her done, folks. It's super easy, super simple. 6 people just thinking about you. All right. We're at 6:51. That means we have 9 minutes to shut down a 1-hour show, which we're not going to do. I know people want to get on and watch this Vikings game. We'll get there, Justin. We'll get there. If there is a time where you need to hard out, just say, hey, I got to fly, and you're out. We're good. We do want to continue conversations. Justin, I have some seeds of things I want to plan with you about fitness. We and Andrea are the coordinators for the Wreaths Across America event here in Minnesota for Fort Snelling, third largest national cemetery in the country, and we want to blanket that cemetery. We're planning something called Walking for Wreaths, where Team Red, White, and Blue, it's not solid yet, Team Red, White, and Blue, I think it would fit into your world. Head down to the Mall of America one time a month and walk as much as you can, kind of as a thing to bring recognition, health, fitness, camaraderie. Probably stop off at one of the local beverage facility places and enjoy a little like water or something stronger than that. Whatever we got to do, but that's what life is. We enjoy that.
And if you guys need live entertainment, just let me know and I'll take.
Brother, you are starting something. You're right. Check. You can't catch. No, yes, you can. No, excellent stuff. But yeah, if you got to go, let us know. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to end up in Minnesota?
No.
It's kind of the news.
No,
there's a lot of things on the news. We got Sam and you got JJ McCarthy. So why would we take Aaron Rodgers, who's washed up? No,
I'm just saying.
Aaron's Aaron. He's no.
That's probably the best way to put it.
No, just no.
Yeah.
What's the next biggest thing for Jovon Newman? What are you working on, brother?
Right now, I'm working on getting some more music out. I just did kind of like a recap of 2024. Me and my band ended up doing 60 gigs this year, and that was from local to down to Atlanta. So my goal is to kind of get more music out, continue to gig out live. But I'll be transparent with you. Like I'm a recruiter because I'll be transparent. Here's the thing. I'm not here to take away from the Army Guard or anything like that. I just feel like the Guard, regardless it's Army or Air, is kind of like the best kept secret of the branches, to be honest with you. And being a recruiter allows me to kind of change lives and kind of change that get to see it from a different lens, So my goal for this year is to continue showing people like, hey, just because you put the uniform on doesn't mean you can't chase your dreams. Doesn't mean you can't have that work-life balance, because I'm living proof. Justin's living proof. You can make it happen. So work side, continue getting these people in, make sure, I take care of them start to finish. And then music side, keep knocking this music out.
Tell us the feeling you experienced the week after you just visited Camp Southern Ground and Warrior Song. Tell us what that feeling was like.
The week after?
Yeah.
All right. I think the week after it sucked. And I say it sucked because I just came home. I came home from an environment that was just like, I had other veterans. There were other musicians. It's weird because back home, like you kind of feel like you're alone, like it's just you doing it. And when you're in that type of environment, when you're around people that you connect with on such a personal level really quickly, and being able to you have to separate from them and kind of get back to reality. I kind of didn't, it kind of sucked to go back home a little bit. I miss my family, honestly, but it just felt like it was too short for me, because we were really getting some really good relationships going, but it was such an amazing time. I met so many cool people like Johnny Cole and Joey Anderson, and just a bunch of, the list goes on and on. Like I still talk to these guys. I wish that I had a little bit more time with them, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It is going to.
It's gonna.
I'm confident of that. And I was asking that because I was looking for, and I'm glad you answered it the way you did. In the fact that we've put on several of these events across the country. We did the Nashville, or the WP3 Nashville takeover 2 years ago, and we brought 28 musicians down into Nashville, played 6 venues in 5 days, and the relationships that were built were just like, you're right. The week after, you were lonely. And you're like, we had people making comments like, it's like I'm going through a breakup, and it's like,
It was.
I
got dumped by like 28 different people. Like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we know, like, personally, I'm actually trying to scroll and actually find the actual list of players that were there, because we had LaRose down there, Jack Blaze, Joel Allen Christie, Alan Hayes, Shannon Book, Joey Anderson, Billy Ray Wheaton, Chuck Weimer, this guy right here, John, and
Shannon. Was Shannon down
Shannon
there?
Book.
Shannon was down there. Yeah.
Shannon Book.
He's wild. I love Shannon.
He's my
favorite.
You need to have a Shannon Book handler in the space.
I was not prepared, and I loved it.
No. This guy right here.
Yes, there is.
Oh my gosh.
He's like the kid that didn't got too much candy and not enough candy at the same time, and he's going to get your candy. So that's just the way it's going to work. We love Shannon. But yeah, what an amazing, and then Zach Brown, those guys are putting on this event, and I'm so happy for you that you got to experience that. And I love it in the fact that Warrior Song, we're trying to get them on our show. Just the amazing mission that is, and it gives hope, it gives opportunity, it creates relationships. These pillars are the things that keeps our brothers and sisters together.
You know, the beautiful part about that whole camp for me was, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Mark.
No, you're good.
Yes, it was a music industry boot camp, right? So you're going to be, they taught us a lot. They kind of pulled back the curtains and let us learn and see straight from the horse's mouth how to navigate this, from marketing to songwriting to playing the guitar, all of it, just kind of all meshed into one. And what they did in the meantime, they gave you tools how to kind of navigate your own challenges. And I'll be honest, it was one group setting that we had. And the reason why I say I love Shannon, because Shannon was kind of like facilitating this around the campfire. And everyone that went in the group before me, they were just like, I was like, hey, how'd it go? And he was like, Shannon said not to talk about it. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what that means. I was like, you don't know what to expect with Shannon. So we get there and we just started pulling back the curtains on some personal things that, you know, I haven't been able to talk about in a very long time. Just, you know, being a firefighter for about 7-8 years, working there full time, you've seen some things that you just wish you could unsee. And being able to like open up to, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely a lot of people crying around the campfire that day. But that's why I feel like it was such an powerful and such a impactful experience, because you learned music, you also learned how to cope with what you're dealing with. So I would love to go back, even if even if I'm not a participant, even if I'm just a volunteer, whatever I can do, because it's such a cool thing.
The crazy fun part, and again, we're not trying to steal anything what Warrior Song's doing. Thank you. Keep doing the great work you're doing. We're not trying to steal what Camp Southern Ground is doing. Again, amazing, great work. Thank you for your. But what we have found is when we can put these great musicians in front of the eyes, and again, I think everyone can. We've listened to one song tonight from Jovon and his band. They are gifted and they're talented, and we don't get to see them in the mainstream. And I've always asked why, and we've got several of our artists that say, "Yeah, we keep doing." And I'm going to tell you right now, my kudos to Jovon. He has got one of the, and we don't hierarchize our musicians and stuff like that. And we had the brief conversation about what our musicians mean. It's a relationship, folks. It's not, I don't own Jovon. We don't own Jovon. Jovon is his own man. He does his thing. He's going to go play music.
My wife owns me.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. No, you're good. You are so, like, when we pull up your stuff, it's available. When we pull up your stuff, it's there. And a lot of our veteran musicians don't have the capacity to get all the things done that you've done. You are very well rounded in your presentation, your promotion, and how you've got your stuff out there. It's frustrating for me that it's taken us, since we started WP3, it's taken us 5 years to find you, but we found you now, and we're not letting go, and you'll hear us, and hopefully we can get some Beacon Green in you, around you, and about you, and get people lining up to come listen to you and what you do. And you know what? You planted a seed with me tonight with the conversation about Reads Across America. I know there's an event up in Maine, not too far from you, that might need to have some talent.
Let me know.
Yeah.
I like road trips.
Yeah. Oh, do you like lobster? How many lobster boils do you eat in a year?
I haven't had one yet.
What?
I haven't had one.
You're in nowhere, dude.
Yeah, ours is more of we have the blue crabs.
Okay. All right.
And so I love me some blue crabs. I can go have a couple of those already, but I haven't had the lobster yet. Lobster boil.
Well, they'll do a lobster boil for us at the Reads Across America event. I don't know if we'll be there, but we'll see what we can do to get you there. Justin.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm going to backpedal a little bit. Beep, beep. What song do you want to do now, Jovon?
What do I want to do now?
Yeah.
I'm actually open for anything. I will say I might have to excuse myself for maybe 5 minutes.
Whatever you gotta do.
I'm literally down for anything.
Tell us about Whiskey Love.
Whiskey Love. Oh man, so Whiskey Love is a song that me and a good buddy of mine kind of put together, and it was kind of like a just like our way of explaining what love is. Love is one of those things where it's gonna make you feel good. If you do it wrong, it's gonna hurt. It could bring you down to your knees. It's very passionate. And we were just we need a song about love and what we're longing for. We want that type of love. So that's kind of what Whiskey Love's about. I shot the video. The story behind the video is kind of cool. So I had an idea to go to a local, it was a old bar in our area that was a whiskey lounge, and it was really dark, and I thought the environment would have been really cool to do it because we're talking about whiskey. And I got there, and the owner who originally agreed to the video shoot had a change of heart when I got there, not because of my presentation. They're just we changed our mind. So kind of bummed. I went down the street to this pub. It's called Sully's Irish Pub. And I had my Station 33 hat on because I was wearing my firefighter hat with the shield, dog tags, and I'm sitting there and I was just having a beer. And then out walked one of the owners. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know he was the owner, but we're talking to this guy. We're talking, and he was a firefighter, and we just got to talking. He was like, "Hey, so what are you doing?" I told him the story. He was like, "Hey, you can shoot it here." And I was like, "Well, don't you think I should talk to the owner?" He was like, "I am the owner," and was able to shoot the video right then and there. And ever since then, me and his name is Chuck Sullivan. He's been very, very big for me and my band. We go there and play there at least once or twice a month, and it's just his hometown for us. So Whiskey Love, you'll see us in his Sully's Irish Pub. That's the story.
I love it. This is Jovon Newman Band with Whiskey Love.
Somebody call me a ride, 'cause I ain't sober. 'Cause last night I looked in her eyes and today I'm hungover. Take my breath away, make me forget all my mistakes. A feeling so strong, something that I can hold on to. I want a whiskey kind of love. Want a whiskey kind of love. I want wild, I want free. I want the kind that brings you down to your knees. I want a whiskey kind of love. Whiskey kind of love. Whiskey kind of love. Pour me another round and make it a double. Another shot of Jim Beam or JD, because I love trouble. Oh, she takes my breath away, makes me forget all my mistakes. A feeling so strong, something that I can hold on to. Oh yeah, I want a whiskey kind of love. Want a whiskey kind of love. I want wild, I want free. I want the kind that brings you down to your knees. I want a whiskey kind of love. Whiskey kind of love. Bottoms up, I think I'm in love. I can't get enough of your whiskey love. I want a whiskey kind of love. Want a whiskey kind of love. I want wild, I want free. I want the kind that brings you down to your knees. I want a whiskey kind of love. Whiskey kind of love.
That is the Jovon Newman Band with Whiskey Love.
Thank you,
Oh, Frank loved it. What city is the bar? He's asking.
That is Middletown, Delaware. Little
Middletown.
Town, Delaware. It's called Sully's Irish Pub. Name of the bar.
It was a very cool looking place. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's a firefighter, so there's a lot of I don't know if you guys could see it, but like there was a lot of like red flags and bunker gear and stuff all over the place. So I love that place. Feels like home.
That's cool.
Happy New Year, Officer Cornwell. Good to see you, brother. The police officer from Thermopolis, Wyoming.
There you go. Frank's on his way.
Let's go.
And Joel Grant Falusi, one of our musicians as well. Beautiful song promoting, pushing, driving. Let's get done, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Whiskey spelled with an EY. Who knows EY versus Y? Does anyone know?
EY.
I looked up H and no H. EY?
Huh?
Well, whiskey, EY, is generally for the United States and Ireland, and whiskey for just the Y is Canada and Scotland. And both are correct, just so you know. If you're getting a coffee from a place, what do you normally get, Justin?
Well, either just straight black with a little creamer, or if I want to go really fancy, like a dirty chai tea latte. That'll be yeah. I don't know, it just tastes good, and make it dirty with the espresso shot, and so.
Jovon, what do you get?
So if it's just me and if it's a work week, I'm doing a tall iced Americano blonde roast, black, nothing in it. If it's a weekend and I'm with my wife, we kind of go on TikTok and Pinterest and find the craziest drink we can find. Make it really complicated for them to make it, and then just see what happens. It's kind of like a little thing that we do.
They're looking at you like, this guy. Come on.
I'll literally pull out. I was like, "Can you make this?" And I'm showing my phone. It's like a list full of ingredients. Can't even pronounce half of it, but it's just something fun that me and her do.
What do you do, Eichmann?
Dude, as a bartender, I was like, yep, but I guarantee no taste results, or the blender drinks from TGI Fridays. I'm like, yeah, no, it may not look anything like what yours did over there, but I appreciate that challenge. That's pretty cool. I'm the nitro with caramel and a little caramel and a little foam.
I do not have a go-to. I do like me a good dark roast, nothing in it, just a gasoline. My winter drink is kind of like a dark chocolate, 2 shots of espresso mocha. Actually, and I just found this out. It's 2 extra shots because I didn't realize that our Caribou puts 4 shots of espresso in it to begin with. I didn't know that. And then you're doing 2 extra on top of that. I'm like, oh
man,
get that done. My summer drink, and I never thought I'd get this weird. When you got to put punctuation in your drink, that is an issue for me. But I do the oat milk crafted press with 2 shots of espresso. But yeah, that's got a whole with honey. It has honey in it too. So
yeah, fancy.
Yeah, super fancy. I'm actually doing that because I'm kind of throwing Jovon under the bus because he had to go get coffee while we were.
No, maybe a little bit. It was a long weekend. My daughter.
Brother, this is so laid back and this is so fun and cool and chill. You do what you got to do, man. I'm just glad you guys are here and we got to meet both of you.
Wait. Jovon, tell us about your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter was she had like a day surgery the other day. She had her tonsils removed. So the past couple of days it's just been up a lot. So I'm just like, let me get some coffee, just kind of keep it going. She's doing well, she's doing fine, but the first day or two was, it was kind of rough. She's 7 and it's just weird. It's a quiet around the house. I'll give you that though. She's not doing too much talking out. But it's cool.
no one wants to watch their children go through any of that stuff. And the rabbit hole you will go down, even when it's as simple and easy and should be a in and out kind of thing. Parents are the worst, and just so bless you, brother. We get it. We know. I don't know what you feel, how you feel it, but we know that comes some trying time and space. So
Yeah. I mean, luckily, so I have 2 of them, and I have a fur baby, and I'm married. So I didn't dive into that, but been married for about. Oh my goodness, she's not watching.
you better get it right. Better get it right. Mm-hmm.
Math.
About 7 years now.
Okay.
I had to carry the 2. We've been married for about 7 years. I have 2 little ones. Got a fur baby named Maui from the movie Moana. Yeah, man. But they've been keeping me on. I had hair before I got married. Before I had kids and got married, I had dreads. And you can see where I'm at now. So
sure. Shout out your band members real quick.
Yeah. So so we have Sean Moses, who's my drummer. We have a Al Holden, my keys. Jovon Alexander, guitar. CJ, guitar, and then I have one more guitarist. His name is Mitch Hood. So we're kind of deep. It's a lot of us. We kind of go in rotation. We're actually flirting with the idea of changing the name to Jovon Newman in 13 South because Route 13 in Delaware, and we kind of all live off of that. But we're trying to see how that works. But that's all of us.
Yeah, I like it. And this is not a qualifier for anyone because when a veteran and first responder musician comes into our network, their whole band gets to come. So there's no any other veterans or first responders in your crew?
So we have, well, no. But, okay. I'm so sorry. I forgot one more. His name is Tony. Oh my goodness. He's going to kill me if he sees this.
Tony.
But Tony, he's like the big brother of the group.
We got you, Tony.
They say that they're all military brats. So, their parents, their father, someone in their family was served in the military. Either their mom or their dad was in the military. Jovon specifically, which is small world. His dad was actually a master sergeant in security forces at my unit. So we and him kind of crossed paths a few times before he retired. So.
Outstanding. You got a new fan out there, Miss Nikki Lanes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I think you got more than one new fan. I have a feeling Justin's going to be loading up your stuff too.
Of course.
Justin, I have to follow you, man. I love, honestly, your mission just is like, I got to, literally hats off to you, man.
Thank you.
Man. Seriously.
Yeah. So started to do a little more on YouTube, but mostly you just find me on Facebook. Do a lot more off my personal profile than the actual business page. But, it'll be easy to pick me out. It's the only one with probably a deputy uniform. And then the other half of the photo is me at the Mississippi River on Thanksgiving Day doing a polar plunge for the Prescott K9. Air temp 37 degrees and the water was probably like 40. So that's
goodness.
That's Eichmann's backyard. You know that.
I live in Hastings.
Shut the front door. Yeah, I'm literally across the river at Prescott.
Yeah, I got it.
Crazy.
Holy smokes.
Just in case. I got it. It cleared out the front door.
There we go.
I'm looking.
The amount of time, and again, more, but I mean, I know they got a pontoon that they like to take up and down the river right there. And we may have had 1 or 2 WP3 events on said pontoon. And no.
Yeah. Well, so you just venture all the way down to Red Wing, and that's where I'm that water deputy. So, you go through Red Wing, I'll be looking for you then. So
perfect. Oh my gosh. And do you know Wes Peterson pretty well?
I don't
No.
know.
Okay. He was so he's a chaplain, but he works really closely with one of the fire stations too. I should hose. Oh shoot, they do a big hockey thing and it's called hoses and something. And now I should remember that.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of like fire police, like hockey tournaments and that kind of stuff. Usually fundraisers. So
Cool. That is pretty cool.
What is the next big step for Justin?
Well, right now, moving into a new house in 3 weeks. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, you know, just growing Blue Line. I mean, I got a new employee 2 weeks ago, you know, and she's just crushing it. So, you know, from me as a leader myself, you know, just trying to make sure that I take on my leadership role and to train her well and develop her well so that, but she's taking action right away. So she's actually had her own fitness transformation, and she's also a evidence technician for, how I just think of it as like a SWAT group over in the Green Bay area. She is a Packer fan. I don't hold that against her. Even though when the Vikings did beat the Packers, when the Packers lost today, I had to give her grief that I didn't see the Bears-Packers score. Did you let me know? But so biggest things I think right now is to develop her. You know, we do have our New Year's fitness challenge starting tomorrow. Our Cop Dad Bod Shred Fitness Challenge, you know, trying to help cop dads out there shed their first 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Just keeping it simple, stupid, you know, nothing crazy. And you'd be surprised of how much results you can have. But otherwise in 2025, I mean, wanting to do some more stuff in person, like more like, I was invited to like a sheriff's office, spoke with about 30 people about their court services, talking about, I answered a lot about health and fitness, but like there's a lot of mindset stuff, emotional fitness, mental fitness. So I'd like to get more of that into 2025, you know, grow the company. I'd like to, I mean, by the end of the year, you know, double, triple who I help. So I guess those are some benchmarks that I got going on right now for 2025, Mark.
This could probably wait till after the show, but does Blue Line Fitness have a Facebook link?
So you can search for my personal name. Otherwise, I do have a Facebook group that people can join. Basically, if you look in the Facebook groups for like Blue Line Fitness, otherwise I can send you the link as well. But I do have a Facebook group that I'm trying to put out more trainings.
Sure.
Actually, this past week, I shot one of two trainings where people are at their New Year's New Me resolutions right now. So like, what are the 3 most important things on your emotional cycle of change to harness your enthusiasm right now? I'm going to release part 2 this Thursday. So if anyone who is having a New Year's resolution, starting your health and fitness, like there are like 6 things that you want to harness now while you're in your hope stage of your emotional cycle of change, before you hit stage 2 in about 4 to 6 weeks, which you call the pit. And then I'll be releasing trainings on that as well. So
They're
Found you. Gotcha.
we've got your personal account up here for people to reach out to you. When I did a search for Blue Line Fitness, I wasn't confident. There was a couple that came up.
I wouldn't. So I mean, I do have a website, blueline-fitness.com, but that needs like a facelift. You know, but I can put in the private chat the link to my like Facebook group where So
Perfect.
I just put it in the private chat right there. So
awesome. And there's some stuff that we would love to do and get done for you as far as promotion. I think we're close enough that I think there's some stuff we can do together, brother.
oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when you told me like Minnesota, heck, well, frick, Andrea, like right over there in Hastings, I'm like, dang, God, you're literally right there. So
She's
that's
probably going to step outside and throw snowballs at you right now.
probably, like warm up your arm, and it's like the Napoleon Dynamite. Like I'll throw a football over that mountain and be like, I can throw a snowball across that river, and probably hit me. So,
Justin, do you have any merch? I would love to if you have any hoodies. Is that one of your hoodies?
Yeah, so I actually do have these hoodies. So if you send me your address, I'd be happy to send one over. So it is cold weather. Layers is important. So I do have some hoodies I can send out.
Appreciate it. I'll send some out your way too, man. This is I was admiring it, and I was like, I need to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah, I like the brand. I mean, because it's like an athletic fit, so it's very snug, but then you can work out in it. It's not big and baggy, so it's really nice. So thank you.
No problem.
What
I
is
always wanted to be a Leo. I'm not gonna lie. I stumbled upon firefighting because I had no other choice. Security forces was not available at the time, so
it's I mean, it's just like anything, right? Like you have like Army versus Navy, and like you have that like, you butt heads, but at the end of the day, you're both military. And like we're gonna have firefighters and police, and yes, we can crack jokes. I mean, we still do, but we still respect what you do. And then, I mean, it kind of eye-opened too, like when 50 of my MPs were activated to Minneapolis when they're daisy chaining me, and they just go to one building, light on fire, go to the next building, light on fire, and they're blocking the firefighter trucks. So like they got to see kind of up front, like holy like smokes. So like it's yeah. Don't matter, you're a firefighter. I still respect it.
No one would ever say anything about the chair force ever, would they?
Oh yeah, absolutely nothing was. Yeah, you won't say anything about the chair force either. But like, I've had people who would leave the Minnesota Army National Guard to go to the Minnesota Air Guard because we got two bases here. So, I mean, like there's pros and cons to everything. So,
I mean, how many crayons did you see Shannon Book eat down there?
You know what's funny? He actually got a pack of crayons before we left. Someone gave him a pack of crayons, so I didn't get to see him devour it, but I'm sure it was gone before we got to.
He was using every ounce of self-will not to gobble that up. I guarantee it. No. Those corpsmen are a different cat, man. Those guys are. Shannon's got amazing talent, amazing gift, and he's got some amazing stuff out there. And so, get a chance to listen to Shannon Book. His dear mom is out there, and have a box of tissues with you, and just an amazing talent, and just glad that we all have that same camaraderie. That's really what it is. Just the camaraderie and the realizing. I do think it gets carried away sometimes. We had Chris Turner. He's a Nashville artist that was playing at an event in Southern Illinois, and the founder had a box of crayons he was going to present on stage, and I'm just like, it doesn't have to be everywhere, guys. I mean, I get it, I understand, but the ribbing doesn't always have to happen. I mean, it's just cool, chill, relax, just do it. What is the next big thing for the Jovon Newman band?
For the band in total is to continue to grow together, continue to create opportunities for us, hopefully be able to do this full time. We were able to secure a pretty decent partnership with a local booking agency. So just try to get into bigger gigs and be a little bit more polished and, continue on the good fight.
This is very exciting. I love your music. Let's listen to your last song, and then we'll come back for final thoughts. You guys all good with that?
Yeah. Good.
What's the lead in for Loving You Back?
Loving You Back, I wanted to write this in the perspective. So it's kind of like a first story perspective, right? First person. So I'm originally from the city, from Philadelphia, and when I left and moved to Delaware, I was just a new kid, and I'm not talking about a specific like a female specifically. It's more of a me getting introduced to the slower pace lifestyle, and I just fell in love with it. So this story in so many words, it's kind of like me falling in love with country music or the country living. But I kind of spun it in a way where it's like I'm talking to a girl, but the girl is country. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of cool little spin on it.
This is Jovon Newman Band with Loving You Back.
I was the new kid, fresh from the city. You were open arms and country girl pretty. You showed me how to take it slow and enjoy life's simple things. The fireflies and back roads and all the songs we used to sing. But when I see you now, it reminds me how in love we used to be. It was just you, me, young, free, out there looking for adventure with no care. Your hair blowing in the wind. You don't love just us. That was the only thing that mattered. I swear it ain't fair that it had to end. And when I think that I moved on, I'm loving you back again. Hey baby, still loving you, I'm still loving you, yeah. It's etched in my mind, a part of my soul. Memories we left behind, ones that we never let go. And just like the way you're standing here right now, with that smile on your face, the one that still drives me wild, it's like the sweetest dream on a movie screen. And I'm watching it all again, all again. It was just you, me, young, free, out there looking for adventure with no care. Your hair blowing in the wind. If you don't love just us, that was the only thing that mattered. I swear it ain't fair that it had to end. If there was a time machine that could bring you back to me, would we get it right this time? Could we ever be? Yeah. With no care, your hair blowing in the wind. Don't love just us. That was the only thing that mattered. I swear, the only thing that had to end. And when I think that I moved on, I'm loving you back again. Loving you back, loving you back. Yeah, I'm loving you back again. I'm loving you back again.
Oh man, that was a throwback too.
That was good. The video and all the parts are all.
Thanks.
Pearson, you're muted. I have a feeling he's been talking this whole time.
Blah, blah, blah. That's all I said. I was talking the whole damn time.
Not like him to be quiet. That was weird.
Yeah. Well, I said this is the Jovon Newman band with this song, "Loving You Back." You say you're from Philadelphia.
Yep. Originally.
Here's your test question, man.
Oh no.
Pat's or Geno's?
Time out. How do you know about Pats and Geno's?
Mm.
I'm an aficionado in the world of if it fits in your. I won't say what I was just going to say. Well, yeah, Pat's or Geno's?
I like Pats.
Pat's.
I like Pats.
Are you a natural cheese guy or a cheese whiz kind of guy?
So I like them both. I prefer cheese whiz, but natural cheese is fine too. You can get away with either one. And honestly, outside of like Pat's and Geno's, there are some like just regular around the corner mom and pop shops that can make some cheesesteaks pretty good too.
Probably
so
better. Yeah.
yeah. But I say I'm a Pat's guy. Geno's, they're good. I'm not taking from them. It's just for some reason it takes forever to get in there. So I'd rather just go to Pat's.
Well, they've created a nice business plan. I think the spontany of the let's create this battle, and now you got everyone. You got the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings kind of thing there, and so good for them. For those who don't know, this is the Battle of the Cheesesteaks in Philadelphia, and that is a question you ask the local folk there for that.
Yeah. So Geno's, I'd say there's a lot more to do around there. I'll give you that. Like, because it's on South Street. So after you get the cheesesteak, there's so much more to do. So I'll give you that. But I'll go with Pat's though.
How do you feel about Louisiana?
Louisiana?
Yeah.
Like
Louisiana? There was an event in Louisiana and there was some good food there. And
I've never been, so I can't speak on it. I would love to.
All right. Good news.
I'm not against it. I know when I go down there, I want all the crawfish I can get. I want to start.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever had crawfish from Louisiana?
I had crawfish. I haven't had it from Louisiana.
Have you? So like an official crawfish boil?
I haven't had the official one. Like, so I had mock ones up here. I've had crawfish before, but I want the real deal.
I thought I knew stuff. Going down there is it's a monster that you are not even, you're going to move there. You're going to go live there.
I already have family in Biloxi. So like, so it's weird. So my brother-in-law lives down in Biloxi. So that's Mississippi. And then my brother lives up in Chicago, family in Minnesota. So I kind of like, we're just all over the place. Wisconsin, Maine. No, not Maine. That's Vermont. So we're just all over the place.
Yeah. You'll want to. I miss every day I'm not in Louisiana from the one experience I was there. So it was great.
Now, where in Louisiana? Are we talking about New Orleans or?
Well, it's south of New Orleans, which I didn't even know there was a south of New Orleans. Our president for the People's Patriot Project, John Crochet, lives down there in a town called Thibodaux. And it is about an hour south of Louisiana, or an hour south of Nolens. And amazing, beautiful country. My gosh, they'll teach you how to speak down there because we all speak wrong in all of America other than Louisiana. But that's part of the fun too. So, well, we're at that point, guys. We want to shut her down a little bit. Joe Allen Christie's in the house.
Hey, man, what's up, Joe?
There he is.
What's up, buddy? Oh man. Oh, Frank, we'll be back at Sully's on March 14th. March 14th, the day before. I think that's St. Patty's Day weekend. So yeah, March 14th we'll be down there. It's a Friday.
Very
If you
cool.
haven't heard Joe Allen Christie, line him up. Go get his stuff. Amazing.
Yes.
The Winchester band is his group, and amazing cat. Amazing. Gosh, this is like the proud papa moments, man. This is where it all comes together. We have been absolutely blessed by both of you, and we're at the point where we do what we call our final thoughts. Something usually festers or grows within the conversations of what we're talking about during the evening, and it's just getting to know each other. Jonathan normally leads off, and because I kind of go last normally, I guess that leaves Miss Andrea. You are
Yes.
up for final thoughts.
Frank has already got it on his calendar. That's pretty cool. Frank's a good guy. Well, so I'm ready this time because usually I'm not, but I picked out a couple phrases as we were speaking. So, Justin, you were talking about, I don't know, I think I might name our show at this week, but it doesn't, both of you kind of said the same thing. And it's not necessarily, yes, veteran experience and military experience. But you also love the brothers and sisters, and I'm going to say of the blue and of the red. And, I'm going to just call it the uniform, really. And that really struck because it doesn't matter. I am not military and I was not a first responder either, but I have the utmost thank you and respect for those that take it on and protect us. I mean, and for welcoming me into their community. I mean, I like to call Shannon Book my big little brother. Did I actually see, was Scotty Hastings in some of your pictures, Jovon?
Yes. Scotty kind of kicked all this off for me. That was kind of cool. I didn't get to share that.
He's terrible. That guy's terrible.
Yeah, I think he's
that's not worth. Don't listen to Scotty Hastings at all. That guy's garbage.
No, I love it. I got to spend a day with him. And
just kidding. Another amazing talent there, folks.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he is true through and through. And so I can say little brother because I got to entertain him at the Mall of America. And I'm going to tell on you, Scotty, I don't know if he has time to listen much anymore, but he was like a kid. We walked in, he's like, oh my gosh, you can get a tattoo at the mall? And then it all came down to, because I'm like, what do you want to do? We can go do a hydrogen booth, whatever. And we went to the aquarium thingy down below. I hadn't been there before either. I took a million pictures and he's like, hang on to all your pictures, sister. But there was another quote or some words that you guys put together too. The uniform does not define you. You can have a life or a career outside the military, and through the experience, it will help you with the determination and the drive, sometimes the connections to keep you moving forward. Again, I think I combined the two of you with those words. And so honestly, what a great culmination of thoughts, inspirations, and just words to put it together. You guys really are. So Justin, you're across the river. That's kind of dumb. I'm probably sure I've run across you somewhere in our friends on Facebook, but
yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. So I'll be watching for you now.
Soccer alert.
As I'm behaving on the river, I'll be keeping an eye out backwards. But yeah, no, cool. Thanks so much for being on the show, you guys.
Of course.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Justin, your shot.
Well, I guess, again, like everybody has their New Year's resolutions usually where, you're highly motivated. And I guess what I'd say is that your experience equals your expectations. So if you set proper expectations where you're going to have some challenging days, you can always get right back on track. You only need so much discipline until it becomes a habit. But I also say devotion over discipline. Like if you go into this journey looking for the good in things, looking for the love in things, because another word for discipline is punishment. If you're punishing yourself of eating the right foods or working out, it's not going to be maybe overall sustainable. And obviously, if you just need a little bit of help, I got tons of free trains and resources inside my Blue Line Fitness group. Looking to do a live there once a week. Even on my, you can find me on my profile. If you just look for the Fit Cop Coach, that'll be me. I'm just happy to help you guys. So, but Mark, Andrea, Jovon, thank you for having me.
Pleasure, man.
Jovon, your turn, brother.
I feel like I wasn't prepared, but I'd say this: the biggest thing about this whole experience for me is just and it's just unity. That's probably the best way I can just wrap it all up. It's just unity. Whether you're prior service, non-prior service, black, white, firefighter, cop, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we all have red in our veins. You get what I'm saying? So as long as we just keep each other up, keep each other lifted, and we keep working together and look out for your neighbor. I think this is what it's all about. It's just all unity at the end of the day. Make that phone call, have those tough conversations. What Mark said about earlier, just check on your friends, check on your family. We all need help at some point. Don't be too proud to ask for help. Just if there's whatever you're dealing with, it doesn't have to be service related. It can be whatever you're dealing with. Don't be afraid to reach out, because we're all in this together. This thing called life, there's no blueprint. We're just there trying to figure it out. So unity.
The whole thing's been an absolute blessing. Again, one more time, it's just thank you for both of you being here. Our organization is called We the People, the People's Patriot Project. And if you'll see in a lot of our literature, we capitalize both letters of we. We want you to see it. We want you it to stick out. When we put it with We the People, we do it like the constitutional font, because that's what our forefathers wanted us together collectively to be. And that's literally the theme of the entire show tonight. We don't sit down and say, let's build something or create content based on a certain conversation, but we talked about we tonight on a lot of levels and a lot of spaces. And when we drop the we are including everybody. It's firefighter, police, EMS, all the branches of service, and especially the loved ones that have been there for these men and women who have served, because they are the ones that hold it all together. They didn't sign up for the mission, but they are definitely a part of the mission. And the other part is we have a lot of people out there that need to be part of the mission because of their passion, their heart, and what that good old glory there represents.
Mm.
It came at a cost. Some lost some sweat, some lost some blood, some lost some limbs, and some lost their lives, so that we can look at this thing and say, this is what we're doing this for. It's a symbol. It's a piece. It's what every man and woman who puts a uniform gives oath to. It's not about race. It's not about gender. It's not about sex. It's not about any other culture. It's a combination of all cultures. And I'm excited for what we're doing. I'm excited for what we're going to continue to do. I'm excited for the mission both these young men have and where they're going to go with it. And I'm hoping that we get to be a part of it. We appreciate all that came tonight and all the comments and all the people who have visited the site tonight. We don't get to do this without you, bottom line. And we appreciate all the opportunities. We're going to let everyone get a chance to get out here and go watch an amazing football game here.
Yeah.
Again, we
Go Birds.
there was a conversation this week I saw on a post. Someone said, and they're like, is there something else you can say that isn't I love you, because of what our world and culture has done to the word love? And I've had this, in my opinion, for a while. And I actually commented on their post, and I said, yeah, I personally use with you because I'm investing. I choose to be there. I choose to show up, and I choose to be part of all the lives that are there. Raquel, it's good to see you, sister. You did not
Is
go.
it? Oh,
She's out. She's out. She's out of here. Forget her. She's done. For the record, it's the LSU Tigers, just so you know. Anyway, an amazing gift to our world. All the people on screen are here. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, Andrea. I do get to call you sister. Brothers and sisters, and thank you all those that tuned in today. We appreciate you. Miss Eichmann, our guests next week are?
We have got next weekend on the, I got to look at the date because I'm not really in this yet. The 12th of January, we've got Aman Nagasi, Solving Invisible Problems Before They Become Visible, and Ryan Dorfield with Theory, with a 3 0 in it. It's going to be cool.
Ryan Theory, yes. Again, we appreciate you. Remember, every Monday we're here at 4:30 for the WP3 Weekly Debrief, where we tell you just about the People's Patriot Project. Our show on Sundays is about the boots on the ground organizations that are serving our country and our communities, and the amazing talents and gifts of our musicians that are also serving our communities and our country. We will see you when the smoke clears. And Patriot Pride, folks.